That's
Good morning and welcome to the Moopsyverse, where Musin is old.
and
Someone sped up the events.
older in 2 days.
Or you're going to be older tomorrow, too, if you want to get really picky about it.
Yeah, I know,
And the day
but
after
you
that.
don't denote you don't denote the days, you denote the years.
You could do the days if you wanted to. It's a great excuse for cake.
It's also gonna make me feel really old.
How old are you going to be?
45.
Oh, piffle.
Sorry. That's not old.
What's today? Today is the 30th.
Okay. I'd be 16,425 days approximately. Yay for being 16,000.
I'm 24,320 days, okay? And I have not had cake on every single one of them. I am owed cake.
Me too.
Yeah.
A lot of cake
Yeah.
actually.
See? You got to look at it the right
If
way.
if we put it together, like all of us
We can start a
old
bakery.
people, no, we could feed the world.
We could. I mean, we could do that anyway if we put ourselves together with everybody else.
Well, if everybody bakes one cake a day for
Hmm.
one other person every day of their entire lives, there'd be enough food for everyone.
Yeah, it presupposes that we've got the ingredients to make the cake.
Some of us have more of the ingredients than
This is
others.
true.
If we start dividing that up equally,
Well, yeah,
we can make
absolutely.
a lot
But
of cake.
in theory, you could get every person on Earth to fit inside a single state of the U.S. It just wouldn't be a good thing.
No, standing shoulder to fill that
No,
state
no, it wouldn't
doesn't
even have to be shoulder to
really sense.
shoulder. I mean, there's what, like 8 billion people on Earth?
I think a little more, but yeah. I mean, there's already like more than 300 million in the US alone.
Let's see. Oh, it's only giving me square miles. It's not giving me square feet. Uh,
Square miles can be a thing.
yeah, but it's harder to make the calculation how many people you can get into it. It's almost all dry land, so I mean, there's plenty of space there.
Uh,
It is, oh, it's plenty of space. I mean, it's 3.1780818 to the 12th, or sorry, to times 10 to the 12th. Plenty of space. I mean, there's not enough room there for everybody to have food and water, but I mean, we could get them all in one spot and use the rest of the planet for food and water. There you go. Yeah. So we have plenty of room just in Arizona, and then we dedicate the rest of the planet to doing all the stuff we need to survive. Now, of course, it's not much of a survival, but we could do it. The point being, we probably have enough resources to keep everybody alive. We don't have a lot of resources to have everybody live a great lifestyle, but a survival lifestyle, sure. Now,
I think
we
that
take all our
ending
resources.
world, I think ending world hunger is within the capabilities of man,
It is. It totally is. Good morning,
right?
says.
And I mean that as a mankind. Don't anybody get
Yeah,
like
yeah.
all bent out of
We knew
shape
where
right
you're going
now?
with that one.
Yeah, I know. It's just
Yeah, I know what you
if we
mean.
really wanted to, we could. It's like Lex Luthor. If he really wanted to cure cancer, he would have. It's a part of All Star Superman. Like when Lex Luthor reaches that same point of seeing the reality like Superman does with his superpowers, he suddenly realizes the truth that if Lex Luthor really wanted to be, the better man, he would have and could have cured cancer. Like, it's an old story, but
Yes.
like that does like show that if we really want to do something, we could. It's like, how determined are we to do it?
Well, that's always it, Musin. For things that are solvable. I mean,
Yeah.
not every problem
Well,
we've currently
world
got is
hunger is one of the
It is
is
solvable,
one of
yes.
those problems that's resolvable.
Musin, nobody's arguing that we could solve the problem if we decided to do it. I don't think that's an issue. There are problems we do not currently have answers for. That's not one of them. Clean
Like,
water,
who's going
food.
to flip the bill? I know who could flip the bill.
Everybody could fit. If we're going to do it, it's a group project.
Well, I mean, Elon Musk could solo flip that bill.
He probably could.
Just saying. Yeah, like, some people have that much money to their name.
There are a few people out there extremely wealthy who do projects to bring food and water to people and choose not to advertise that they do that kind of stuff, which I think is kind of cool. But I would like to kill some stuff while I'm at it. Would anybody be interested in killing things in space?
I still have to spend many nights thinking how you did me wrong.
I got that. Let's see, kinetic.
Yeah.
That'd be Kethma. There we go. Oh, maybe it's not Kethma. Hold on a second. I might have to do a ship change here. Fine. Fine. No, thank you, Hugh. I love you. You're adorable. You're wonderful. But not at this moment, please. Let's see. And I hope everybody knows what the universal is. Chris, I've sent you an invitation to do some pew-pew.
Yep, got it here.
Would you be interested in doing the universal, or would you prefer to... I have damage. I don't have any particular kills to do. So
I've done the universal already, but...
what have you got on your other stuff, then?
1 time Zirconian TFO, Polaron, and Disruptor damage in space. So.
Oh, you got a good one. So, Iconian TFO, what is your Iconian TFO preference? Since I don't see Musin in game, so I assume... Gateway?
Something between Gateway and Herald Sphere, but I prefer Gateway, really.
Okay, that's fine. I was chatting with Taz last night, and he was in a donor kebab...
Food coma state.
Yeah, food coma state. He chatted for a little while, and I was like, oh, I can't do this. I'm going to bed.
Probably he's not up yet.
Well,
knowing him.
That's possible. That is
knowing
definitely...
how you feel after having doner kebab.
Heavenly,
right?
wonderful, in bliss.
And sleepy because you get the itis. Maybe he has found a fix for his insomnia. Have a kebab before bed.
I was telling Taz and anybody else out there listening, when you get to around age 40, your body starts to change where you don't sleep as deeply at night, so getting that 8 hours you allegedly need doesn't happen. You tend to get between 4 and 6 of good sleep. And if you can do it, and I think Taz is one of those people like me who's in a position where to a large point you can do it, if you get tired in the afternoon, take the nap. If you sleep 6 hours at night, sleep 6 hours and get up and do something. But you have to do kind of a lifestyle adjustment. Like I said, he's in a position, I'm in a position where I can do that. On the other hand, there was...
exactly pertaining to the age. It's because we have, for the past 100 years, 150 years, we had incorrect sleeping pattern.
Yeah, we used to sleep better.
Because of capitalism invoked the productivity concept and like a day night cycle. concept, and 8 hours of a continuous sleep is unhealthy. You don't get the proper rest you
Yeah,
need, and it's not about the number of hours, but how you compartmentalize them.
yeah,
People used to
Yeah,
sleep like from 8 until like
2.
midnight,
Yeah, and then you get
which
up
was
and you
like
have like a
then
partial
they sit
workday.
for like 2 hours. They do some stuff around the house or something
Yeah,
like it. Then they go to sleep for a few more hours, and then they wake up, and there's usually a start of the day. Um, so accumulatively, your night time is a bit compartmentalized, but that is more healthy than actually trying to sleep for 8 hours in the straight line.
yeah.
And
We used
yeah, we kind of departed from that for whatever reason.
yeah,
Thanks,
well,
capitalism.
to be productive during the daytime and work for our employers, yeah. No, but
The
it,
problem,
you're right, because in the past, the nighttime watch shift would switch at that hour where everybody would wake up again and do their little nightly business around the house before going back to sleep. Like
yep.
that is exactly the time that they used to change the watch. However, with industrialization of the world, that rhythm was broken in favor of a continuous production line during the daytime.
This is weird. It's showing we don't have the shipyard done. We don't have either done yet.
that would be correct.
That's weird. But I mean, we don't have anything done on them yet.
Yep.
Usually doesn't send in that second wave until we get one wave done.
Uh, I think it's about having one specific ship already killed that the next wave spawns in.
There you go. Oh, okay.
That actually
So,
jumped from 0 to 2
so
out
it
of
means
2.
we had one ship from the first wave we hadn't taken out yet.
But the second wave doesn't spawn until the first wave is completed.
Apparently it does. That's
That's
all I'm
weird.
going to
That's
say.
not
Isn't
how it's
Yeah.
that
supposed to be.
It's not how it's supposed to be. Yeah,
isn't
something's up there.
now isn't that triggered by you taking out the battleship, like the heavier
Well,
uh
the
ship
first
in the
wave still
group?
has a battleship sitting here. I assume that's from the first wave on the
Okay.
side.
I thought that if you took out the big one first and left the small fry alone, it would spawn the next wave.
Well, this one still had the battleship going. Now it's got both done. I'm
No?
going back over to the other
Oh.
side to the left. Over with the Chimera there.
Because it could be that the flag for triggering the next spawn is specifically that big ship. It kind of depends on how they made it. It's been a couple of years since I last messed about in the foundry, so yeah.
Been a couple of years since anybody messed around in Foundry.
Yeah. I'm gonna report that as like it's broken, it's bugged or something to Deca and see what they do with that.
Well, I'd make it happen
'Cause,
twice before I'd complain.
well, the thing is, um, Deca's been on this quest to please the player base, right? And to fix as many things as they could.
Yes, they have been. They've
If
been
we
doing a great
all,
job. But like I said, I want
if
to
we
make sure
all,
there's a problem by having it repeat, because things that are a one-off, if we can't make it reoccur, they can't make it reoccur, and then they can't fix it.
yeah, but like if we report that the foundry hasn't been working for several
Oh,
years,
yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
we
I do
could
not think they're going to go
try.
with that one.
As a community, we could try. Like, Deca's kind of like having their feelers out. Like, what do you want us to do? Right?
Well, if I'm
So,
going to
so
vote
if
for
we,
anything for them to do, I want that everybody votes to get rid of the opening scene or opening period there. Just let us vote and go, yeah, we're ready to go. It's party time.
well,
That is the feature I want next.
I, I, I'm, I was just thinking, we could maybe have them fix the That would be hilarious.
That would be lovely. Dude, you have to go take out that gateway. Is this guy gonna get the gateway or not?
Especially, you know what would be especially funny?
Hmm.
If somehow they could fix it up and find all the old missions that used to be in the Foundry, and Admiral Bobo Goes to War is still there.
There's a few episodes. I want the Sword of the Cuvée Ma back. That was a fun episode, but you had to read the dialogue. Because the guy who wrote
Yeah,
it
like-
had a good sense of humor.
Yeah, well, Admiral Bobo Goes to War is also really funny. Remember, that was the little
It's not the one I want. I want this one.
Salat cub.
I
right.
don't remember the episode because I don't remember the episode.
Well, it was a Foundry mission, and Admiral Bobo was a Shalat cub. I think, or something. Like, it was one of the non-combat pets we could have. So that in that regard, it was kind of funny that Admiral Bobo goes to war. Yeah,
Zez says, I don't
like,
think there's anyone
it was
left
just
at...
a fun.
Zez says, I don't
Yeah.
think there's anyone left at Cryptic Deca who even knows how the Foundry worked. Yeah, there is somebody left there who knows how it worked. Doesn't mean they could redo it. According to Kel, that's why they got rid of it. How the Foundry worked is one problem. The big problem was it didn't integrate with the newer stuff. So every time we got something new, the Foundry crashed. And it'd be down for 1,
Yeah.
2, 3 weeks. And fixing it became more of a problem than it was worth. We love it, and yes, could they redo it? They could if they wanted to dump money into it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
And
the
also
answer with everything.
The statement Kale made was before Gearbox / Deca owned it.
Well, the code is still as it was
Like,
for
that was-
Foundry.
Yeah, but that was Cryptic making a statement when it was just Cryptic.
Yeah.
It's not Cryptic anymore, so new statement, please.
Yeah, but you'd have to redo everything, and they're not going to do that. Could they do an all-new Foundry? If they want to, yeah. If it was worth their time, effort, and money, they could do it.
Yeah, I mean, if the only way to like fix it up is to start fresh with
Yep.
none of the old missions in there,
Yeah.
well, so be it. But like,
Good morning,
if
Ed.
that's the fix,
Morning.
fix it.
Yeah, but money, 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 money. It costs
I
money
know,
to
money,
have the devs
time.
do it.
But you know,
You don't want to put
funny.
workforce on making more bridges and interiors. Why would they
Yeah.
rework
I would
Foundry,
pay
which
money
was
for
a lot
bridges
more
and
work?
interiors above
Okay,
everything else.
Again, the last statement I heard about them not doing bridges was also before Deca took over.
Because it wasn't, the cost involved wasn't worth
Because-
it.
Well, but that is a Cryptic statement, not a Deca statement.
Deca is even
this
more
is-
driven by money than Cryptic was. But which is cool. They're doing it the right way, I think. By the way, good morning, Cliff.
Well, I've noticed that some people over at Deca really have their feelers out for what kind of bugs there are, what things need to get fixed,
Yeah.
what things we would like to see as a community.
Yeah,
Like, they're trying to
yeah, but those
somehow
are big
please us.
fixes, which we would love, but I don't know we're going to see them. Thomas
No,
comments
but
on the
like-
restream with casual SAB. Yes, he does. Thomas,
Yeah.
I wish Thomas would come over here again, but hey, you know, casual SAB is more ship-oriented, and Thomas is definitely more ship-oriented. I'm just happy we occasionally
My-
get Flo over here. Hi, Flo, if you're out there.
My point really is, like, we never know if they're gonna fix it or not if we don't ask Deca,
Yep, we do.
right? Like, we've asked Cryptic, we got the answer from Cryptic. Now it's Deca, we should really ask again.
Zez says they will never do interiors, but I love my interiors. I love running around on the inside of my ship.
So they won't do interiors unless it's required for
Story.
content.
Yeah, I know. Still can love it
Yeah.
though.
Uh,
Yeah,
though
problem
I
being
have
that they are not
noticed,
accessible outside of the story, so you're kind of
I
screwed
have
with that.
noticed in my list of interiors, because I got so many ship unlocked, that a lot of the alien, or like really alien faction crafts do get their own unique bridge,
They do, yes.
which, that is a lot of work already,
Yes, it
and
is.
it is nice that they do that. Some of those bridges are real nice.
The time it takes makes them too expensive for the Zen store. Yeah, I'm aware of that. I also know back in the day when it wasn't in the budget for people to get things done, sometimes the devs would actually do things on their own time, which is kind of a no-no in a lot of companies, but very appreciated. You know who I'm talking to, you guys out there. I love you.
Oh, happy birthday, Cliff.
Happy birthday, Cliff.
I need to wait 2 more days. Then I get to build my Lego.
Ooh, I'm putting money aside for the Lego Enterprise when that comes out.
Okay, so did I show you some of the Lego things that I've seen are out there?
No?
I'm pretty sure. Are you interested in Lego Transformers?
No? I'm
No?
interested. I have so many things.
Okay,
Let's
no,
say if we
no.
had Lego Gundam, maybe, but not Lego Transformers. Transformers are fine, no
Okay,
problems,
I'm
but just
uh, uh, they've made 3 of them now, and they are fully transformable Lego Transformers that fairly accurately resemble the original toys in the way they transform. Like built out of Legos, right?
one presumes, yes.
They're they're really expensive. But there's other things like the
Legos are
Lego
so
Black
pricey.
Pearl.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
I'm afraid of
That
these new sets that they're going to do with collab with Star Trek because they are going to do them, but the prices are probably going to be deadly.
$900 is my guess.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
I'm probably
Well,
going to
right.
be on par with the Lego Star Wars stuff.
yeah. Well,
So
the Millennium Falcon was $899 here in the States, so I'm going to put the Enterprise probably in that same range.
Yeah. We still don't know whether it's going to just be an interior set or is it going to just be like a full starship or what.
I'm guessing it'll be like the Millennium Falcon again, where it's not an interior, it's an exterior.
Well, the Millennium Falcon actually does have an interior.
Oh, does
You can
it?
actually, yeah, it does. You can
yeah,
actually,
Ooh.
yeah.
it has movable the turrets that are outside. You can put a minifigure in there. You can open
But
up bits and you can see the corridor and
you
the cockpit.
there is multiple Millennium Falcons made
Yeah,
Ah.
but
now.
most of them had a piece of interior, the bigger ones. The smaller ones
Hmm.
usually just have like a chunk, just like a small bit. But
But
the big one, the big one, definitely has an interior.
I did see
yeah,
where a guy made himself a 1701. Yeah, 1701, not a A or a D, but the original, out of Legos on his own. It was a 7 month project. It's like 7 feet long and whatever the proportions are. Amazing. And he did it so that, for the most part, the pegs are inward facing or upward facing so that you don't see the pegs sticking out.
Oh,
That was
that's clever.
gorgeous. Yeah. And he said part of the huge delay was the fact that he had to wait months sometimes to get the right colored bricks. Apparently,
Yeah,
there's.
because the thing is, you can order stuff, and it usually just is available from the store. But if you need to make it like a specific build, like Starship, like even people that made custom Star Destroyers from Star Wars, they needed a specific shade of the brick, so they would just stand out that they're just
Yeah.
mismatched.
The nice thing with if you did the 1701D is the slight mismatch would work well for the Aztecing. You could get away with it.
Yeah, yeah,
so
that's true.
when it comes to the Lego Millennium Falcon, right?
Hmm.
You want the Ultimate Collector Series version,
No, not
which
at
is
that price.
box
I don't.
number 75192. It's 860 euros right now
So about 900
at
US at the moment.
uh at a brick store.
Yeah.
Could probably find it cheaper if I really look. Um, let's see, 635 euros. Cheapest one I see currently, where I would order it.
Let's see. Yeah, for most of them around here, it's going at $8.49 from Lego. Also from Disney.
Yeah, so there's a Dutch website where I can order it, and there it says 650.
So you can get it through
So-
Amazon of all places for an extra 10%. Not cheaper, more expensive to go through it, but it's overnight delivery. It's overnight delivery, so that's why.
I would rather wait.
Yeah, I'll save $30. Thank you very much.
It is not that pressing.
Yeah. It is actually. Oh. Okay, so second hand, so it's already been built once and put back in the box and being sold. 525 euros. But yeah, I can get it $200 cheaper than ordering it direct from Lego.
Reason for making this listing?
I have no idea.
Well, I was actually going to tell Mom about the fact that there's another series called Lego Icons, and they do things like Ecto 1, the DeLorean, the Black Pearl, and these are really, really good looking models.
Okay. There's
Like-
no real detail that I can see here on Star Trek Lego. No, I don't want volume. Thank you. Yeah, nope, it's just that thing that you sent me, Cliff. Or, sorry, Chris.
Wait, what?
Didn't you send me that clip about Star Trek Lego like a couple of months ago?
A couple of weeks ago. Yeah, but it didn't show anything. It just had a Picard minifigure.
Correct. That's all it is. That's still the
Yeah.
only thing they're
Okay.
showing.
Yeah, they teased it. They haven't showed anything. It was just released.
Well,
a
we are
teaser on
3
the
months
website.
till Christmas. I have the money put aside for
Okay,
it.
so
Ooh.
November 28th
Yeah, I think it was
this
gonna
year.
post it before Black Friday or something.
Well, it's stating that it's going to be November 28th that it'll release.
Okay.
It'll be a probable price of 400 euros, so that's a little over $400.
Mm-hmm.
Probably 450. Yeah. Can I already like pre-order it?
I don't think
Well,
so.
because
Not
they
if they
haven't
only have a
revealed it.
tentative price. And plus, for 400, that means it's not going to be as detailed as the Millennium Falcon is.
Millennium Falcon. Yeah.
And-
I did
Well,
see someone actually have the big Star Destroyer. Those look really good.
yeah,
Like,
that's amazing. I like that one. I mean, the Millennium Falcon's good, but I don't think I would spend that kind of money on it. Enterprise, yeah. Star
I mean,
Destroyer,
if I had
yeah.
like, if I
had
had
it.
money that I didn't have anything to do with, then probably. But no, I'm not in that kind of position. It doesn't seem like I'm gonna be.
Speaking of money I don't have, but if I did, I would spend it, and I will save up so I can. The Indiana Symphony Orchestra is doing a live performance of the music from Final Fantasy, and Square Enix made a like 90-minute video to go with it. So the orchestras here will sometimes show a movie like they did in New Hope last spring,
Oh.
where you could listen to a live performance of all the music while the movie's playing. So it was brilliant. I realize it's computer generated, so you've got a live conductor, but he's having to sync what's going on the screen with what's going on in the orchestra. And I've seen this before, but they're doing the same thing with Final Fantasy. And I'm thinking, okay, the ISO starts at like $50 a ticket. Nope, this one's starting at $300 a ticket.
Yeah, video games will get
Yeah.
really high prices.
And it's a one-time only, so if I want to go take the boys to it, it's $1,000 for the three of us.
Video games these days are actually getting really full-blown soundtracks with full orchestra, with the conductor, with all this stuff.
Final Fantasy's
they'll have
always
quite-
had great music.
Okay. As
And yeah,
a
the big
massive
budget
Final
AAA.
fantasy
Titles will
fan.
definitely get it.
I'm not,
Uh,
but I have.
which Final Fantasy?
Oh, it's music from all of them.
Oh, from all of them.
Its
But
primary
then
focus
there's
on.
no movie, right?
Yeah, Square Enix made a movie for this. They made a
Oh,
video
okay.
presentation.
Like a mishmash presentation of different scenes, probably from
Y-
the series
Well,
and
Oh, and maybe even
I
some
the
do
original
music.
stuff.
know I do know that these are massive events and
Yes.
the higher pricing is for the fans worth it
Yep.
because they don't do this very often,
Yeah, this is.
right? Like it's not like a Broadway musical that you can just go see.
No, this is definitely a one-off. It's one performance only, obviously. It's like what they did
Yep.
with New Hope. I know it costs a fortune to do that, but that theater was, the orchestra hall was absolutely jammed, and it was an amazing performance. It's not the first time we've seen something like that. There was a Star Trek one, and I want to say the orchestra was from Poland. They were touring the U.S. And because they couldn't carry a full orchestra with them, so they had a lot of it pre-recorded. They had a computer that synced the video and the computer-generated music and the live performance. So the conductor is basically doing the same thing where he's watching three things at once. Amazing performance. And I think they did it with like a 30-person orchestra. Rumors of a Final Fantasy VI remake. I will have to ask my resident Final Fantasy expert, who is, if I can get the tickets, because I know there's going to be quite a queue for the tickets. If I can get
Yeah.
him, those are going to be his birthday present for next year.
I have not heard a concrete statement that they will be redoing 6. That is speculation based upon working titles in their production, and people are just speculating which games that could be. There is, however, a strong encouragement to redo 9. Like, there's already a proof of concept video out there of
That's
what a
cute.
modern
I know nothing
9
about
would look
Final
like.
Fantasy.
Say again, Chris?
I just don't I know nothing about Final Fantasy. That means nothing to me.
I
Like
just know the music because that's all I care about.
Well,
Like I said,
I mean, yeah, I've seen some clips and the music sounds great, but I've never like even interacted with any of the Final Fantasy games.
well, we could queue for some pew pew. Do you have a taste for anything?
Nothing in particular, but I do have polar run damage to do, and then disruptor damage to do after
Well,
that. So
go
yeah,
get yourself a.
pews are. I'm already in the ship, so
Well,
just
you have to wait
need keep
38
something
seconds
else.
because I'm going to finish tagging these crates for beam out.
That was interesting that the Universal was actually IS,
I know.
ISA, ISE.
Tomorrow's is a lore thing, and Friday I think is Gateway. So we got 3
Oh.
decent ones. I know not everybody does lore. Can we get this last one in the next 16 seconds?
In the Lord Academy?
Yeah, Academy
like
lore mission.
30-second thing to do. Just 2 clicks.
Exactly. That's why it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
Never mind that.
Do you have a ship that's got both Polaron and Disruptor queue set up on it?
I don't run multiple damage
Okay.
builds, so this is going to be a polar on first.
Alrighty. Let me give us something. How much Polaron do you have?
150,000, so it's the middle one.
Okay. How much do you have for your Disruptor?
500,000, so it's the
Perfect.
biggest one.
All right, so we're going to do Infected Conduit. Oh, shoot, this is not the ship I want, but okay.
you know what I found out this weekend?
That you really want to
That-
adopt my extra dogs because I'm going to...
Sure.
Yes. Because it's 6:30 and they have to go barking at people. Weeboo? It's
They
garbage
can't
morning,
bark
so
at
people are
people
taking...
here.
Oh, I'm sorry, Cliff. I didn't realize you were there. I'll grab you for the next one. Okay? As soon as we're done here.
So, I actually found out that the Nintendo 3DS XL that I had to play my Pokemon games on
Yes.
is more expensive now than when I bought it.
That's not a surprise. Why would that be a
It's not surprised
surprise?
at all. I've seen
Well,
Game Boy Color, the first edition, for like 500.
Yeah.
okay, so I just grabbed what was on the shelf, right?
Mm-hmm.
The 3DX XL. Turns out my case around it is a very rare Game Boy case, 3DS
Nice.
case thing. And it shot up in value enormously to the point where I'm like, I might have to go into the boxes, see where I put it, and put that thing up for sale. Like, but I know I'm gonna regret it if I sell it.
Yeah, you
I
are.
know I am. Yeah, because I have two 3DSs, but that's my XL, and that one's the one I bought. The other one was just a hand-me-down from my mom.
So going off topic here and on to Star Trek Online, Graz joined me last night, and we were doing these infected conduits on my other accounts, and it was interesting how different the teams were for pugs. None of them were underpowered, but in one of them we hit 3 massively big ships that just was like, pew, done with the left side, pew, done with the right side, pew, done with the middle. Like a minute and a half maximum, and most of that time was spent getting from one side to the other.
It's impressive.
It was
And
really
by the way,
nice.
done my polar damage.
I didn't think you're going to need a lot, so I thought this would be a good one. We'll pick a bigger one for the next one, and we'll grab Cliff. I'll do some maintenance here in the middle. There we go. Due to a round of lousy health yesterday, I didn't go to class yesterday. Oh, that's interesting. Why did that pop up? Arc just popped up in the middle of that. That was not cool. So there will not be a Wednesday night show. There will not be a Thursday night show. But Friday, glorious Friday, we are going to do a watch party. Once again, we are watching, what is our movie for this week? Space Mutiny. So if you want to watch a really bad, but not supposed to be bad movie, just a bad movie, with us, grab your popcorn, your beer, your wine, your soda pop, and join us at 6:30 Friday night for the Riff Tracks, the censored version of Space Mutiny.
Is it as bad as Mutiny done by Burnham in Discovery Season 1?
Yeah, it really is.
Jesus.
But here's the interesting thing. It's done by the same studio that did Battlestar Galactica. So for the space battles, of which there are not many, you get to see the Cylon ships and the ships from the
The
Battlestar.
reused acid.
Yeah, they reused a lot of that stuff.
Okay, that's cute.
Yes.
I mean, back in those days, the licensing of those kind of things wasn't that of a big deal. Today
yeah.
they will license and trademark like literally everything from the shape of the Death Star to I don't know what
Yeah.
else. But back in when those, because those were TV series mostly, yeah, they wouldn't label them restricted to anything.
Zez says even non-working Game Boy is in demand because modders are using the cases. Thank you, Zez.
Using cases and using parts, I've seen people tear up for the screen, for some specific buttons, for like mini jack, slots, stuff like you wouldn't think that would be reusable.
I'm going
So, yeah.
to queue us up. Cliff, do you have... Let me just
Sure,
ask
sure.
Cliff, is he anything he needs to do so I can try and make whatever I pick here work for him as well as for you?
No, I just need to swap ships, that's what I meant.
Go swap your ships. I probably should too, but I want to finish leveling this one and get done with it. Apparently last weekend was an XP weekend, which I did not know about. Speaking of swapping out things, I love keyboards where you can change out the keys, because we had somebody who was just a smarty pants once and went out and switched out every single key on the boss's keyboard for the same thing. So if you can imagine an entire keyboard of just A's, the whole thing. And XP is still going. Oh, but it's only through like 1 o'clock. I was supposed to go to class last night, so I'm like, the heck with it. I'm going to class. And then I got sick and thought, okay, I'm not going to class.
Howard the puppers.
The puppers are Barklicious. Cliff, we just ran infected Conduit a couple of minutes ago, so we're in cool down. Do you have anything else you need to do? But we'll have infected Conduit tonight. The puppies, I think, are also affected a little bit. It was up into the 90s again yesterday after a couple of very pleasantly cool days. And I think we're all just doing the heat. Ugh. And it doesn't look like it's going to break. It's down to 50 right now. Very pleasant. I have the doors open, which I probably should close. And my brain's prepping for cool weather. You know, what do I need to do? First real winter here. It looks like the heat breaks next week. Gets into the 70s.
I've not done the TFO.
The new one?
Yeah.
We can do the new TFO. That's fun. Let me send you an invitation here. The new TFO is nice. It's short, it's sweet, it's not super short, but it's not super long. Lots of pew pew. Chris, let me know when you've got your ship switched out for your...
Yeah, I'm already.
Okay, I'm going to queue us up for Shattered Peace.
Weeboo?
Weeboo?
Yep.
Anyway, I will be on tonight, but I think that'll be tonight and then Friday. Unless I'm still sick tomorrow, and then I won't have class tomorrow night either. And then I'll have missed a full month of class because of my shoulder and then being sick for 2 weeks. This is not what I want.
This is 7 of 9 reporting from Alliance HQ on the ground. Kittimer 2 is under attack. I repeat, Kittimer 2 is under... Negative. Judging by the damage pattern, this is a coordinated planetary assault. HQ is receiving reports of...
Let's see what happens. Cliff Enterprise?
Well, that's one creative way to
Yeah.
go about it.
I do love that transition. That is so fun.
Yep.
I hate that this ship is so slow to get moving. Darn you, inertia!
Is that the legendary?
I think
You
it's
can improve your.
Oh, this is
your
the,
turn rate with one of the temporal abilities. The one
it's the Tyrann
on
Cygnus.
the. Yeah, so it's a temporal ship, so it has an ability to use the temporal ability.
Oh, I'm not going to keep
The-
this ship.
this- Well, it doesn't matter. You can improve your by just clicking one clicky.
What's the
One
clicky?
small bar. The one small bar you have. That's a separated thing from the rest of the tray. The button on the far left out of the 3 improves your turn rate.
The button on the far left of the 3. There aren't 3,
You
there's
see
4.
that little tray? No.
No?
The little tray that's above your
The three
weapon
cruiser
tray.
abilities.
Oh,
No, that's not what I mean.
Yeah, you know what? I don't care. We
Temporal abilities. The
let's shoot these things and
yellow
then I can care.
icon. Alright.
It's that little yellow umbrella looking thing. It's
This thing? Strategic maneuvering?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But I meant actually the temporal abilities, though. It's way above that tray where you have the strategic maneuvers. You can
Oh,
just click
yeah.
on the far left button out of the three, not the far right, but the far left, and it will improve your turn rate as well.
Yeah, it's the one that keeps counting the little green ticks when you, like, have them on. You want to select one of those, so you get the deconstructive beam buildup, and one of them does improve your maneuvering.
Okay, still have no idea what you're talking about.
You have it highlighted. Do you see the little green bar?
No, I don't see the little green bar.
It's right under the button when you click on the messages. You have a little tray there.
Okay. Hi, Break the Box, who's rating us with a party of 4.
Yeah.
It's like around the right side of the middle of the
Yeah.
screen, next to all the ships. There's one green box check. The third of that ability, I think, was the maneuvering
The first
one.
of the ability, first
Or
from the left.
The first. Okay.
Nice.
The one above that little green box. In that little, like, HUD element.
This thing here
I don't see a
guess so.
cursor, but I think so.
says offensive configuration.
Yep, if you choose that one, it will improve your turn rate and flight speed by 20%.
Yeah, but it's always game triggered anyway.
No, you have to
Yeah.
select the
Yeah.
first at the beginning of every
No,
match.
they're set up to automatically go off with the tray.
They never set up for me.
I can see it automatically going off in tray number 9 over and over and over.
Yeah.
Maybe
And
Mom
it's
just didn't
actually
do her tray.
Yeah, that one's...
It's actually a toggle skill. So you're turning it on and off, on and off, on and off, constantly.
I'm
It'd be good
not
to remove
doing
it, because it doesn't benefit to you if you swap it out and in and out. That really
It's
helps on
just-
temporal ships.
Are we happy now?
Well, you just
You
click on
unselected
the
one.
one box that you want, right? In that little tray.
It's supposed to
Click
stay
the one you
permanent for
want.
the entire match at your TFO. Yeah, that's the one.
We're going to have to come to an
Yeah.
understanding. I don't care at this moment. This ship is
Okay,
almost
but-
leveled, and I'm almost done with it because I'm not thrilled with this ship. And I did it.
You're not
Okay,
thrilled
but-
with it because it turns like a brick, but now
Yeah,
you
but
can
I've got-
improve its turn rate.
80 bajillion ships that I do care about. This isn't one of them.
Yeah. No, but the mechanic,
The mechanic is available on other temporal ships. So.
yeah, and the skill itself, if you constantly turn it on and off, on and off, on and off, that actually is kind of a detriment.
I
When
don't
you should have it.
care.
Well, it
No,
gives you
you might
more
run-
clicky for damage
Guys,
once that
stop.
bar is filled up.
Just stop. Break the Box says, tell Musin I said to leave you alone. Thank you, Break the Box.
Don't worry, I'll get back at him during Terrence stream. I'll use my awesome green sword. And make sure Break the Box keeps his record.
Says, that is brilliant. It will be important when it becomes important. Right now it is not. That is advice I need for every parent out there with your kids. And with this ship. What are we doing on this one? Why don't I remember this? Is this in everyone? Why don't I remember
So
this?
the order is random.
Okay.
Yeah, there's multiple paths you can take in this.
That's what I think somebody had said yesterday, and I had run into the
Yeah.
same thing 3 times in a row. I'm thinking, yeah, they're smoking something funny.
No, it's every
Thanks for
time
assuming I'm
seven.
smoking something funny.
Every time 7 prompts you, you get 2 options, path A or path B. And you kind of have to go down one of several paths that are possible because of what prompts she gives when you've done that section.
Interesting. Break the Box is
Yeah.
champion of being banned in Terran's chat, and I wish I was smoking something funny. We all know my adventures of partaking in illicit but nonetheless interesting substances. I'll settle for coffee and wine. Thank you very much.
What I can say is always do your research. There's an agent and a counter agent, and you need to know both.
So getting back to this ship, what I wanted to do is level up as many of the non-Lobby, non-lockbox ships that I have on this one, and then go back and rebuild my jellyfish to be a proper build, because I love that ship and it was a gift from you guys. So that's my main ship. And then I realized this ship had not, or this toon hadn't done any ships in like 4 years.
Okay?
So I started grabbing them and
So-
just going through to level them.
Yeah. I was doing that jelly as a project too.
Mm-hmm.
But
What are we missing here? Oh, we're not. Okay. Yay.
it's a bit squishy, but I'll figure something out.
So now that my sister has passed away, Zez, I get to relate this story. My sister didn't partake in drugs very often, but she was offered coke once. She has passed away. I'm not going to destroy her reputation. And my mother was absolutely appalled, of course, because, you know, she's your mom. My sister's
Your
like,
Pepsi family.
my sister's like, don't be worried. I did it, and was like, oh, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. And then she realized she was putting her career and her life and thousands of dollars on the line to go to bed. Nah, definitely not worth it. Let's see. Break the Box. That's why I loved it. Darn insomnia, but I smoked too much and burned a hole in my wallet. True. Oh my God. Yeah, in Illinois you can buy, I don't know if you can buy the smoking stuff. I presume you can, but you certainly can buy the edibles. And the cost of the edibles is, let's say, $30 for a package. And the taxes are another $30. So when it's on sale, maybe it's $15, but you still have to pay the $30 tax. And that's expensive. So it's actually, instead of making it better for people to buy, it's made the street stuff a better deal because it's far cheaper.
What? How much for edibles?
I don't know. It's been a long time. I'm saying 30, but probably it's closer to 50.
You better be getting a whole bag full.
Oh no. No. Maybe container of 10. It's not
Okay.
a lot. I don't do it anymore. I did it once. It was
No.
not a great experience.
Then the tax is just really high. My dad used to make cake every weekend.
Oh, sorry. My Discord just went down. Wow. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
didn't
my
hear
Discord
any-
just disappeared on me. Apparently we have an ad. I wonder if that's related. Has anybody else had issues logging into the game?
Not today.
Okay, since the ooh, Mom hydration, thank you, says. Mom will drink more coffee.
That's dehydration.
Yeah. Little
There's water in it.
dehydration, little hydration. Get it both ways.
It's more water than it is,
Caffeine. It depends on how you make it. If you make it right,
That's how you make it. Yeah.
Yeah, just stick the caffeine directly into my veins. Thank you very much. I got kicked out of the game during the final cinematic of the new episode. I was ticked. I had to look up a video online of what happened. The new episode's really quite nice. I think they did a great job with it. I like the combination of space and ground. I like the acting. I like the plot development. And I like the fact that it's not so massively overburdened that it takes 3 to 4 hours to run it. So you get through a section and it's very efficient. So I think they did a great job getting everything in there. And I do love that game mechanic where you're in the zero grav and they're up, down, left, right are kind of messed up because that's really kind of bizarre and fun. The voice acting and cutscenes are great. Yep. Yep. I'm very happy with this.
I mean, you wouldn't expect a bad performance from 7 of 9.
I wouldn't expect a bad performance. Yeah, exactly. But all of them are good. The thing I dislike, though, is the references to Sean retiring, because you dick Sean.
Yeah, I never cared for him anymore much. But I think that it feels like they're setting up stage for like trying to align with what happens in Picard.
Yeah, I think you're right with that one.
Although we are kind of like a few years after.
Yeah.
7 became a captain in Picard season 3, because at least like 10 years, I think, was the year after the events of the season 3 when she was like promoted as a captain, or she was acting captain, so Sean would have been already out of the picture.
Yeah, Zez says Tan needs a new model. He looks like he was made in 2013. He was made in 2013. Your grasp of the obvious is brilliant. All right, let's do one more. Cliff, let me send you a fresh invitation here since he switched. Oh, now the ad break is in 3 minutes, so I'm still going to send Cliff an invitation. There you go. I have not watched I've been having terrible dreams about Anson Mount. It's the weirdest dang thing. I have no idea why he's been in my dreams. I don't dream, and they're about Anson Mount.
I don't think I ever dreamt anything about
any
of the actors.
Yeah, I know. It's weird in my brain. Speaking of things, though, Oded Fair, is that his name? Is going to be at the convention. It's not really a Star Trek convention, not an official one. There's an unofficial convention in Minneapolis the first weekend in November, and he's going to be there. Hi, Lexers. So I'm thinking that's an 11-hour drive up there. I might have to go do it, because he's not going to be in Chicago. Chicago's only got, so far, 4 people attending. I'm wrong with that. 16 people attending. So, and it's at a smaller hotel. So I don't know that I'm going to make that drive up there, but Jonathan Delarco is one of them. I suppose I could ask him to sign my autograph book.
Like his, how to call it, Jonathan Delarco, I mean, his approach to Hugh when he's the director. I mean, I don't want to say he's emotionless like a Borg, but he's composed. I really like that, even if he's running an emotion and a gut, but it still gives you the feeling that he's really trying to be composed, to be impartial, trying to be objective, but never like emotional. 7 doesn't like give a fluff. She will definitely kick ass and be loud about it, but
kind of like that personality from both of them.
Yeah, but it's nice that we see different type of personalities they developed into after being liberated. That they will not be like always robotic. Like Seven was at the very beginning during Voyager. She was very robotic. She was very emotionless, and then she started to grow out of that kind of composure because she started finding herself. And when we see her in Picard season 1, 2, and 3, she's starting to show definitely a lot more emotion, definitely a lot more attitude,
So I love it
and it's
because it
nice.
takes them years to develop that character. I think that's
Yeah.
so much more like reality. I sent you the invitation, which I see you accepted. Is there anything? Oh,
Let's see.
okay, Lexers. Yeah. If you're talking about activating, I'll have to make sure I can still get in to tie my shoe. Do you need it to do anything, Ed?
Let me look.
Okay. I mean, if we're going to do something, let's make it
The
worthwhile.
conduit,
Which
phaser damage on ground.
Let's see if we're out of
Ca-
cooldown for Conduit. I
two
know Cliff.
captains on ground.
Devil's Heart is
And
really
I'm
good
not.
for that one.
Yeah, and I'm not doing the Udine ships in battle zone. I don't.
Infected Conduit is... We have 7 minutes for it to hit cooldown, which I don't really have 7 minutes. Well, I do have 7 minutes, but I don't have 7 minutes and time to do that. No, it's still on cooldown, Cliff. Unless Chris can... No, Chris doesn't have an alternate tune. But we will be on
Barry.
tonight for that one. You said you didn't want to do the Undine. You had captains on the ground.
Yeah.
So not really anything?
No, nothing particular.
Yeah. Okay, we have through this evening or through tomorrow to do conduits. We always have tomorrow morning. Fine. I'm going to grab Defense of Starbase 1. Does that work for everybody?
Sounds good.
Elite or
Yeah.
advanced?
I think Elite should be fine. It's never that too deadly, but it will take a little bit more time.
Okay, we are queued for Defense of Starbase 1 Elite.
With 4 of us, there might be still a single soul that will hit that random button on Elite.
I can just hang on. Let's do that. I'll see if anybody comes up with this in Elite. Otherwise, I'll go to private and we can do that one. Come on, somebody has to want to do this. Give that a moment there. Break the box. I got carried hard in Conduit on my KDF recruit over in like 3 minutes, and I did 20,000 DPS. I did the mini episode with 3 of my really lousy recruits and 1 semi-decent ship. I just didn't plan that one right. It took for freaking ever. Because, of course, it spawns more. You've got 4 things in there at once. Yes, I have 4 accounts that I ran at the same time. That was a miserable experience. Okay, I'm going to put us in a private one. Do you think we can do it as an Elite with 4 in private? Oh, is it going to let me do that? Well, that's interesting. We're not queued anymore. That's... Oh, I know why we're not queued anymore. Because we have the other guy in here.
Someone in private that wasn't here?
Yeah, it was... Cliff on his alternate tune was still in the private queue. Let's try that again. Maybe it'll like us better now. There we go. Wee woo.
We woo.
Let's jump back here. When you play Liberated Borg during the current featured episode, you have such a dialogue with Hugh and Seven. Really? So the dialogue is different when you're with different characters?
When they have a new star added, or like there's a new actor that is being brought into the game, they will definitely try to re-record certain early aspects. So yeah, they probably re-recorded extra lines with Hugh and Seven. They did the same thing with Janeway. Now she's kind of sitting post, and I think that Jarrett Dyson Sphere in the Delta Quadrant because she's like leading a task force there now. It used to be Tuvok.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they wanted to make it more like in line with what would be logical choice in the universe, and if they brought Mulgrew, they definitely wanted to make sure that she's in the Delta Quadrant task force and stuff like that. It's a really nice touch because they've done that retrospectively and retroactively to various different arcs. I think Delta Quadrant in general, especially, has been populated with Janeway, Kim, when they had more
7.
time with him. So yeah, they definitely wanted to be more in line.
The break even.
What?
Yeah.
What?
The break even.
The break even. It used to be a generic Ferengi, and then they put Quark in it.
Oh, that's right. They did that. They did re-record that stuff too. Yeah.
Here they come.
I really like that. I really like when they, oh, we got an actor, let's use him to the max capacity. Like, can you record a few more lines with us? And, you know, it adds a little bit of immersion and continuity to.
There is an admiral in the early game we interact with, and it's eerily almost Patrick Stewart,
But it's not.
but it's not.
Yeah.
But it's that stuffy Shakespearean actor voice.
Did they
And
do
we're
that
like-
deliberately? Of course they did.
Yeah, of course they did. It's like, if we ever get him into the game, replace that character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that he's going to do any more voice work. That'd be great if he did, but he's getting up there in age.
Oh yeah.
Do we even know if he's still up and about
He is.
in 2411?
Yeah, he's still around.
I mean, Picard.
Yeah, he's not doing a lot of acting these days. He was in a movie.
No, Picard.
No.
Oh, Picard.
not
Yeah,
Stewart.
Oh, he's still around.
In Star Trek Online timeline?
Oh,
2411?
well, that gets
Um,
into a really interesting question because the
Is he
timeline
not
has
mentioned?
diverged from what we see in Picard.
Yeah, because up until the Iconian War, we were in the countdown
Literal-
timeline, where Data was the captain of the Enterprise for a while.
Which apparently has not been taken into canon at all because
Yeah.
apparently Data died in Nemesis and was never morphed into him, even though it was suggested at the end of Nemesis that he will probably just grow back into Data, but he never did.
Yeah, which is odd because Kurtzman is part of the team that did the Countdown comics, and they consider it canon.
Well, you can consider anything you want, can we? All do. We all have our own little
Oh,
headcanons.
Kurtzman likes Klingon. Their fish look like Klingons from season 1 Discovery canon, and no one will take that seriously.
Yeah,
so.
no. That's
He can
not
say
happening.
many things as canon, and people will just laugh in his face. Like I love it that that people hated on that design so much that they completely took it back. Like Strange New Worlds, so season 2 is when we see Klingons for the first time. Like we have an encounter.
I've accepted their statement of this is a warrior cast and they shave their heads. I'm good.
Yeah.
No,
th-
the shave their heads doesn't save it. Their heads were elongated. They were longer. They made their heads smaller as they grew their hair back.
Does anybody remember the GS9 episode where they do the cut-ins with? I think it was a Tribble episode where they've got the old style Klingons.
Yep.
And Worf's comment is, "Oh, we don't talk about them."
Yeah.
I mean, that's great.
That's the correct response. Don't explain it. Don't go further. Just, oh, we don't talk about them.
Though Enterprise went and explained it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't need to.
No one asked
Just
for
leaving that
yeah.
line alone is brilliant.
No, I think people were pretty much fine with the line with, we don't talk about this.
Yeah.
And one was like, yeah, okay, we'll take it.
I default to the same answer that Roddenberry gave when the motion picture came out and he was doing college tours.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah,
are
because he
what
did
they are.
redesign
We
Klingons
had better
then.
budgets.
They are what they are.
Yeah.
What's the second part of that, Ed?
We had better budgets.
Which is fair.
That's absolutely fair.
He was also known to state that not to pay attention to the ethnicity of the actor playing the Klingon,
That's fair as well.
because there was a lot of racial calls saying how are there like Asian Vulcans or black Vulcans, or the, multiple white actors playing more prominent Klingons when Klingons tend to be played by African Americans.
Let's see. Star Trek has many canons. This is Break the Box. I just considered alternate universes. Like the book timeline is fascinating, but way different from Stower. The show's yep. Yippity yep yep yep. So it explained it perfectly with the time travel back to Earth for, not Wrath of Khan, First Contact. The world
yes.
that the Enterprise returns to after that is not the one they left from. Because they changed that timeline.
Yep.
I like that explanation. Actually, the world they went back to was not that timeline because that got changed. So they went back, they fixed it, but they weren't fixing their timeline, they were fixing somebody else's timeline.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the first time that Star Trek has contradicted its own continuity, so I don't think dwelling on what's canon, what's not canon event doesn't make much sense.
Yeah.
It's just like...
I'll go with the argument, if you like it, it's canon. If you don't like it, it's not. I don't like Discovery. It's not canon.
I'm divided on Discovery. The Klingon Federation War in my head didn't happen, but and everything around season 1 didn't happen, but I'm willing to accept anything onwards from season 2.
Well, wasn't there a Klingon Federation war in TNG? Wasn't there a reference to it? Because that's what Kittimer was about, and...
Kittimer Accords, yeah, but that was a later conflict that took place,
Yep, but
I
what
think,
about
in the undiscovered era, not during the...
But remember when
during
Rachel
the
Garrett goes back,
TOS?
and the fact that she goes back to try and save them is what averts the war?
Well, yeah, that, I mean...
There was a
which
war
you're
before
talking about.
TOS. Okay. Was
Yeah,
there
but it's not the Discovery War that took just literally a year. Because that was a year-long war, right? It took only a year.
I've actually chased that out of my brain. It was taking up way too much brain space. And they contaminated past, leaving drones to assimilate tons of people during the Enterprise era, and sending a distress signal to alert the Borg to Earth in the ship of Klingons from the past think the Federation Klingons are still at war in TNG. Right, in that first episode, Heart of Glory. Great episode. Worf has to trick them into thinking they won the war to get them to stand down. Yeah, good episode. For all the garbage episodes in Season 1, there were some really good ones. Chris, what happened? You dieted.
I was looking at my job, because, you know,
How
I'm
dare
working
you?
right now.
How dare you put your job ahead of your gameplay?
I'm not. I'm just... I want to get paid, you know?
Oh, yeah. Okay, pay's good. I like pay.
Yeah. I was just not looking what's happening.
Zez Roddenberry wanted to do a metaphor of U.S.-Russia, U.S.-China in creating a lot of his storylines. It has aged like fine milk at times. Dio says aged like a dead fish. That's not true, Zez. If you can find episodes that haven't been edited for syndication, some of them are surprisingly well done. Because my cringe memories are really high, and then I go back and it's like, oh, that's actually not that bad.
Storylines, some of the storylines really hold up. Some
Yeah.
of them really just made me
Oh,
cringe.
yeah. I mean, all of them have got their cringe episodes, no doubt.
And like the visuals, I mean, visuals is probably the wrong word, but you can see that half of the set was just cardboard.
Yep.
So I'm like, a lot of people are like pissed off that, oh no, but the Enterprise doesn't look like it did in TOS and Strange New Worlds. Well, they had bigger budget. They're having bigger budgets now. So shut up.
So,
They would probably make it look like that if they have the money. They had very little to make those models look really realistic, and that was the aesthetics of the 60s. So just get over it, because it's never going to look exactly to the same size and aesthetic, because it's just going to look cringe today.
yeah. Well, actually, when they were doing Picard, Dave Blass was at Star Trek Las Vegas last year, I think, and had a really interesting discussion on. They were recreating the Enterprise bridge on a very, very tight budget, extremely tight budget. So they had just enough carpeting that matched the old carpeting to do the bridge.
Yeah, they were very strict about not bringing any fluids onto the set, and
yeah,
like,
and make sure it was perfect the first time out, because if it wasn't going to happen. And that a lot of the sets and stuff were as cheaply done as they could do it safely, but that means, lumber and cardboard versus doing a proper job of it. So there's a lot of don't lean on this, don't touch that, and the bare minimum. But they spent the money to get all those computer displays, are actual all computer monitors with different programs running, and they had people.
They have touch screens.
Yeah, the screens are legit. Just get it absolutely.
They're animated. Some of the panels are actually responsive because they're touch screens. It's so cool, and like, such a good effort.
Yeah, it was really fun to listen to him talk about, this is where we thought the money needed to be, and the things that people would comment on. And he said the carpeting was one thing he knew people would comment on if they didn't get it right.
Yeah, because people remember
even Picard commented on it. He's like, it took me 35 years to remember this.
Yeah.
I missed the carpet.
Yeah, but the fact, I think he was paying homage to the efforts of the set crew to get that as close to possible. Let's see. Break the Box says, I'm watching TOS with my girlfriend right now. I remember you mentioned that. So far, she says it's interesting, but Shatner is creepy. Yep. Shatner is in a large part Roddenberry putting himself in there, because he was a bit creepy. She got into Trek because of Lower Decks, so she has excellent taste. In you and in Trek. And Lexer says, let's round up some dead horses. Yes, indeed. Nothing wrong with that. Anyway, I need to go out and do real life stuff like take out the garbage, because they used to pick up our garbage at 6 at night on Tuesday. Now they're doing it at 7 in the morning, which is nice.
Work stuff. Ooh, life stuff. Ooh.
Yeah. The SNW TOS analog is great. The overlap is really nicely done to a large extent. I do like Pike, though, as a character. That's why I want the series to end before the accident. I do not want to have that as the last memory of Pike as a captain. I want to know that it happens. We know that it happened. But I
think they will. They will just step down and give his best to Kirk, and he's going to go into academy. They will try to softly transition into year 1 or something like it, like how Kirk transitions into captain. If they're ever going to greenlight year 1, because they're trying to pitch that internally, I think. I really wish they don't. I wish they could just do one episode where Kirk steps down. No, sorry, Pike steps down, Kirk takes over, and they make half an episode with him just trying to fit in. Or like just a few scenes that will just nod that they're just starting to get along. They know each other from their adventures with Pike, and that's it. And it doesn't go any further, because I don't really need to see everything that happens to Kirk, to Pike. They've elevated his character so far to a point, but I don't need seeing that unnecessary accident again.
I don't need that.
They definitely build upon that enough in especially in season 3, especially in the finale. I don't know if you've seen it yet or not. But yeah, they've definitely built enough into the character that it just elevated his sacrifice and his choice from season 2 Picard, when he chose to seal that fate and all that. It does not need anything further. I think it's fine as it is right now. We don't need to see it.
But I need to go. So, on behalf of everybody here at welcome to the Moopsyverse, I hope you all have a wonderful day and stay moopsome.
Keep up them.
Who are you? We are the knights who say...
Moopsy.
Oopsie.